the broadcast and ready to go.
Alright, I'm going to press play in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, this is Pool alongside my good buddy Cenix here, and we're going to be bringing you a pretty special match. It's going to be on a relatively new and interesting ideal for StarCraft 2. The maps, as you can see here, contain only 6 mineral patches, as well as one Vespian gas, and it's actually a rich Vespian gas geyser. So that basically allows for more macro-intensive base, like many bases everywhere type play, and kind of limits the whole idea of one base all in.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best changes that this introduces, is that a one base all in is pretty much in what normal StarCraft 2 would be a cheese, like a 2-Rex or something like that. And what would be a one base all in, like if you want to do a 1-1-1 against Protoss, you have to take your expansion in this. There's just no way you're going to be able to afford it because of the reduced resources that you have available to you.
Yeah, there's just no way, and I mean, as you guys will see, I'm sure the mineral patches in this game will most likely get very oversaturated, just because I'm sure these players probably aren't used to playing on these maps, and it's easy to do. It does not take long for the patches to get oversaturated, so you have to expand really early.
Though this is actually a rematch. We casted these guys before, and I'm going to be uploading that to both of our YouTube channels. You can check me out at WiseOldSenex, or like youtube.com/WiseOldSenex, and Paul, where can they find you?
YouTube.com/PoolSC.
Alright, and so one of the things that we noticed in the last game was that Mafia played a very aggressive expansion-based style. He ended up having 8 bases at the end of the game, and that let him get this unbelievably large army. There was like 160 Zerglings in the end of it, and it was really, really, really tough for Danosaur to end up keeping up with. So we're going to have to see if Danosaur is going to actually be able to expand as aggressively as he needs to keep up with what the Zerg player is doing.
Yeah. So as we can see here for our Terran player, he has chosen to get his gas, so he might actually be doing some kind of possibly reactor Hellion type play. That's definitely a build, definitely an opener that you can still do regardless of the changes to the minerals, but of course you will need to expand quickly after that.
He does have to watch out for having all 3 guys in the gas, because you already see that he's almost up to 150 gas, which would get him the factory and the reactor. Because this is a high-yield gas, you're going to need to have usually just 1 or 2 guys in it to get everything you want, and if you have all 3 in, it means you're going for something incredibly tech-heavy, like Cloak Banshees or Starport play or something along those lines.
Yeah, most definitely. So we can see Danosaur trying to take out that Overlord there. Does not manage to get it, as XGKingmafia does get out of sight and out of range of those Marines there.
Though he could probably send the Marines around to snipe that, because I don't think that gap in between the 2 bases is actually big enough to shield the Overlord from a Marine on either side. Doesn't look like he's going to be doing that, though. Right now he is getting the reactor and the factory just like you predicted, but already you'll see he has too many guys on gas still, I think. He's almost up to 200 gas, and doesn't look to be going into... Oh, actually, there's a second factory coming out, and another reactor. It looks like it's going to be double reactor Hellion play.
Awesome. So I think that'll be really good, because, I mean, as we've said, the economy is definitely going to be heavily focused by our Zerg player. He already has his his expansion up, so there's going to be tons of drones for the Hellions to take out, and most likely we'll be having a decent amount of Zerglings on the map.
It's going to be very dangerous for Danosaur, though, because this is even more all-in than it would be in a normal map.
That is true.
He's probably not going to have the money to expand after this, and I think he needs to stop SCV production right now. So you look at his base, he's at 16 workers trying to gather from just 6 mineral patches, which means that he's already super saturated. Even the furthest away mineral patches already have 3 guys on them, and you'll see the guys running around trying to find some place for them to actually get some work. Much like in today's economy, political zing!
Very nice there. Now as you see, Danosaur trying to get up the ramp over his Zerg player, and not going to manage to do that, as the Spine Crawler does a decent amount of damage to those Hellions.
Very good job with just 4 Zerglings shutting down those Hellions, but he's already up to 4 Hellions, and against just 4 Zerglings and 1 Spine Crawler, it's going to be very hard for him to hold off.
Now a pretty nice micro here from the Terran player. Does manage to get up the ramp, but the Queen is going to force him back down, and he's going to have to run away for now.
So
now like you said, the Terran player definitely needs his expansion. I'm actually surprised that he didn't get his factory and then get his CC and then wait on that second factory.
I'm so depressed for the Terran player right now. That hard supply block, just waiting for those two supply depots to come out. It means that he was stuck on just 5 million. But wait, they're going in the natural and trying to get some damage on, but they got thrown back pretty effectively. Let's look at the units lost tab. It actually, the Terran players lost a lot more units in just minerals than our Zerg player, and in the units killed tab, there we go. Just 4 workers killed by the Terran in that whole attack.
Yeah, the trade was definitely not worth it there. I feel like he could have done a little bit better job with the micro, but that's okay. He's continuing to do some more aggression with his Hellions. Probably would benefit from some repairs there too. They just have a couple of Hellions that are almost dead.
Yeah. Here comes the expansion from the Terran player, just building it right in place. I really like that decision, because even though it's a lot riskier, it's incredibly important when you have 29 SCVs on just 4 mineral patches to get them over to those other minerals as fast as you possibly can. And there's another run-by that's trying to work its way in.
Yep, Danosaur getting cornered here, though, by the Queen's end of Zergling. Will he manage to get out of his corner, though? It does not look like he's going to be able to, so losing even more units, even more minerals right there. And if you will take a look at the production tab, if you do not have it open, the Spire is almost completed for our Zerg player, and there are something like 2 Marines on the map.
There's actually exactly 2 Marines on the map. No engineering bay or anything. It's going to be incredibly difficult for him to hold off. Even one Mutalisk would rock his world.
Yeah. So Terran's definitely going to be in trouble here if he does not get a scan off or do something to get an idea of these mutas coming. At least get an engineering bay to get some turrets up, but that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, he is double producing Marines right now, which might give him enough, but you'll look at the Zerg just dump all of his money into 8 Mutalisks and the +1 flyer attack already on the way. Getting an evolution chamber as well to start those upgrades for his Zerglings, and he's moving into tank production, the Terran player, and I don't think that's the right idea. He's spending a lot of money on anything that doesn't shoot up is not the right decision.
Yeah, so his mech build is definitely vulnerable to Mutalisks.
And look at those Mutalisks, they were just rallied straight across the map. He knows that those Hellions aren't going to be able to get in anything with 2 spine crawlers and actually just 1 full page of Zerglings. No way it's going to happen.
Oh, no way, not at all. And not even any bunkers or anything for Marines to run into here. So these Mutalisks are just going to come in and have a heyday, going straight for the SCVs. And let's just count the kills as they happen. There's just so many workers being killed here.
Yeah. The part that bothers me the most is that right now we have just 10 Marines against 8 Mutalisks. He could 1A into this army and win.
Yeah, and this high ground, low ground position right here is just so great for Peter Hurat, as there's just not enough Marines to split between the 2 positions.
Yeah, he was targeting that refinery, which honestly I think would have been doing the Terran player a favor, because he has 700 gas right now. You can't just take the gases and throw 3 guys into them and expect to actually be getting anything out of the resources that you're mining, and he doesn't need to be wasting his time on those. He's helping out his opponent.
Yeah. Maybe he's helping the Terran realize that he probably just does not need that much gas.
It's educational killing that's going on in his base.
This is what you're doing wrong. These are the abilities you don't need to have. I'll help you.
Exactly. Help me, help you. The Hellions were moving around a little bit, trying to find their way in, but look at all those Zerglings. They don't have any upgrades quite yet. Let's look at the production tab, but he has his 1-1 already on the way. The Baneling Nest coming in, and I'm just not seeing this for our Terran player. He has one missile turret that just went up, being mass repaired, will drive the Mutalisks away.
Yeah.